In this retirement basics video, we'll be talking about what you can expect during the retirement process. We'll cover some important questions, such as what you need to do to be retirement ready. We'll also talk about what happens when you decide that you're ready to retire. How do you get started with the process? Picking your retirement date, we have some suggestions for things that you should consider. What deductions are taken from your pension payment? What decisions do you need to make when you come in to retire? And what happens after you sign your retirement application? So let's jump in. People often ask what they need to do throughout their career to be retirement ready. And these are questions that become more clear to you and more urgent to you as you get closer to that date. So we invite people to think about it. It's never too early to think about it, even if you're a few years out from retirement. One thing to consider is, do you have any service credit that you need to purchase or that you would like to purchase? If you worked extra help before you became a member of SB SERS, if you ever took a medical leave during which time you were paid by SDI and you were not accruing the full amount of service credit each pay period, if you were separated from the county of Santa Barbara or another SB SERS plan sponsor, you took a refund of your contributions, and then you came back into regular employment and membership with the system, you may want to redeposit those contributions. If you have any service credit periods that you believe are eligible for purchase, complete a service purchase request form and submit it to us. We'll go through your account and we'll go through your payroll history based on the information that you provide to us as time periods where you believe that there was missing service credit. We'll compute any eligible service credit for you, and we'll send you an offer telling you your different available payment options and also telling you how that purchase may impact your benefit positively if you make the purchase. Also, do you have any marital issues unresolved? It's important to be in touch with SB SERS if you are experiencing or if you have experienced a legal separation, the dissolution of a registered California domestic partnership, or if you have divorced. Any service credit that is accrued during your marital period is subject to division within the state of California. And as such, it needs to be addressed in your dissolution documents. We have a guideline and a process that we can inform you about and give you resources that will help you proceed through that process so that when you come to retire, we don't have to wait for that to conclude in order to onboard your benefit and begin paying you. Also, have you updated your beneficiary? It's important to think about beneficiaries as you approach retirement because you'll be determining in your retirement application who will be the recipient of a one-time lump sum death benefit of $5,000. And also you'll be talking about who you might want to leave a continuance to if you choose a payment option that will allow you to leave a continuance benefit to a spouse or to another qualified beneficiary who has an insurable interest in your life. So it's important to think about all of those things, not just as an active employee, but also as you approach retirement. So how do you decide how to start the retirement process? When do you know it's time? Well, you decide on your retirement date. Or you may have a couple of different dates that you're weighing, and that's fine. We'll be happy to work you through the questions that you might want to ask yourself as you consider date A versus date B. Gather your documents. When we onboard you to our pension payroll, we're a separate payroll system from the county. SB SERS has its own pension payroll system, and as such, we'll need to review your demographic documents, like your birth registration, that of your spouse if you're married, your marriage registration, and social security cards for you and your spouse or other beneficiary. Think about your employee health insurance before your last open enrollment as an active member. So the insurance that you have at the time of your separation that is the insurance that you can port through COBRA as a retiree. So it's important in your last open enrollment season as an active employee to think not just about the insurance you want in those last months of your employment, but also what you would like to port through COBRA, okay? Also, read your summary plan document at sbsers.org in the Your Retirement Benefits section. It talks about all the information that we describe within all of these retirement basics videos and more. You'll want to think about your retirement payment options and other decisions besides those beneficiary designations and tax withholdings. You'll want to schedule a retirement counseling appointment with your member services specialist. Now, we love to see our members throughout their career and keep them empowered with information about retirement planning. And when it comes time to sign your retirement application, we can do that in the 60-day window prior to your retirement date. You can't turn your retirement application into us with your signature on it until you were within that 60-day window. Happy to talk to you before and get ready. But if you're ready to go and your retirement date is within 60 days, we need you to come in so we can start the process. And then after that, you'll want to talk to your employer to give your notice. A note about confidentiality: we will not communicate with your employer about your retirement date until after you have signed your retirement application. We don't let departments know that members have come in to meet with us. Your conversations with us and your questions to us and your meetings with us are confidential. And it's our relationship with you as we assist you in preparing for retirement. We will not give notice to your department for you. And we will not communicate with your employer about your retirement date until after you have signed your retirement application. So you're ready to retire. Congratulations. This is a big decision. The process is exciting, but it can also seem overwhelming. So we're here to help. It's really our honor to assist you as you learn about the options that are available to you and as you get ready to enjoy your well-deserved hard-earned retirement. So there are 3 key things to do. Number 1, pick a retirement date. Number 2, gather your documents. Number 3, meet with SBSERS to complete your retirement counseling and your application. So how do you pick the right retirement date? Well, consider your age factor. That's the percentage that is used to compute your benefit, and it increases with each quarter year of age until the plan limit. So retiring, let's say you're a general legacy member, retiring the day after your 62nd birthday, for example, would be the highest age factor that's available to you. If you came to us and said you wanted to retire the day before your 62nd birthday, we would pump the brakes a little bit and say, well, let's show you what the benefit estimate looks like if you utilize the highest age factor at age 62. So think about your age factor as you approach your retirement date. Also consider your final average salary. So a step increase, a promotion, or a negotiated salary increase during the last 1 or 3 years of your service may impact your benefit calculation positively. Some plans are a 1-year consecutive highest consecutive final average salary. Others are a 36-month highest consecutive final average salary. You'll want to, if you receive a significant pay increase or promotion, you may want to consider how staying in that position or at that pay rate might have a positive impact to your final average salary. Also, retiring on or before April 1st of any given year will entitle you to the COLA, which is granted on April 1st each year. If you retire after April 1st, the first COLA that you would receive as a retiree will be the next year's COLA. If you retire before April 1st, you will get that year's COLA as your first COLA. So if somebody were to come to me and say they wanted to retire on April 5th, I would ask them if they had considered the cost of living adjustment that would be placed on their benefit if they retired on or before April 1st, and we would have that conversation as well. So what deductions are taken from your pension benefit? A lot of times members will look at their pay statement from their biweekly payroll and wonder, how will my pension payment look gross to net? So there are a lot less deductions coming out of your pension payment than your county payroll or your employment payroll. Here are the deductions that do come out: federal and California state income tax, any insurance premiums if you elect coverage through SB-CSRS. And remember that for many legacy members, you will receive a $15 for each year of service monthly insurance offset to the cost of your insurance premiums. And then the third category of deductions would be voluntary deductions for retired employees of Santa Barbara County, a really wonderful group of retirees that do a lot of social and philanthropic events throughout the year. United Way or the Firefighter Benevolent Fund. So things you won't pay in payroll deductions from your pension payment. You will not pay FICA. You will not pay retirement contributions anymore, because now we are paying you. You will not pay union dues. You will not pay supplemental insurances through your pension payment. And you will also not be able to deduct deferred compensation through your pension benefit. So supplemental insurances, if you choose to port those separately as a self-pay through your employer, you may do that, but it is not a deduction that is set up through the SB-CSRS pension payment system. So federal and California state tax, insurance premiums, and voluntary deductions. So what decisions regarding your SB-CSRS benefit will you need to make during the retirement process? Well, you will be electing a payment option. That payment option is irrevocable after retirement. Once you've been paid in your payment option, it cannot be changed. So you may elect between an unmodified benefit that is the highest calculated benefit to you with a 60% continuance to an eligible spouse, a registered domestic partner, or minor child. Or you may elect a modified payment option, which is a reduction to your calculated benefit with different continuance options. We will walk you through those different payment options at the time that we review your benefit estimates, but I highly encourage every member to read your summary plan document to understand those payment options, because they are irrevocable once you have been paid within that payment option. You will also choose to either take insurance through SB-CSRS or not. So SB-CSRS offers retiree COBRA, early retiree, and Medicare coordinated rate tiers. Retirement is your qualifying event to elect retiree COBRA if you have employer-sponsored insurance at the time of your separation. You will be able to COBRA the rate tier and the plan that you have at the time that you separate. If you choose to not take COBRA at the time of your retirement, that qualifying event ends and you will not be able to enroll in COBRA at another time. It is a one-time election period, and you port the insurance that you have at the rate tier and the COBRA rate tier and the plan level that you have at the time that you separate. The last decision that you'll be making is regarding your federal and California state withholdings. Those are the two withholdings that come from your pension payments. So what happens after you sign your retirement application? Well, your department will need to begin the offboarding process. So you will need to notify your department of your intent to separate, and SB-CSRS will send your department a retirement notification. We don't like to give notice for our members. We ask that they please notify their department first so that we're not surprising them, and we don't want to steal your thunder. So we do ask that you notify your department, and then we will send the retirement notification, and we do that in the month prior to your retirement date. SB-CSRS will then wait to receive your final payroll information from your employer. After your final payroll posts, we are able to get that last snippet of service credit in your service credit bucket convert that sick leave that remains at the time of your separation to retirement service credit up to 1 year's worth, 2,087 hours. Whatever is in your sick bucket will convert to retirement service credit up to that cap. And we're also looking for your last pay, and we're using that last pay as part of your final average salary computation. We then onboard you as a retiree within our pension payroll system. We will finalize your benefit computation. We will enroll you in retiree health insurance, or if you elect to not take insurance through SBCERS, we'll enroll you in the health reimbursement arrangement alternative benefit, which is a $4 for each year of service amount that is granted to you monthly into an account with a third-party administrator to reimburse yourself for qualified medical expenses. Once you've been once you have been onboarded into our pension system, we will send you a retirement agreement that summarizes your benefit information for your records. Then your first monthly pension payment happens. We will onboard you as soon as we are able to do so, but it's important to remember you'll be moving very likely from a bi-weekly payroll to a monthly payroll, which is a bit of a shift. It means we process payroll once a month, and depending on when your final pay period ends and pays, there could be a delay. So we always quote our members 2 possible first payment dates. But regardless of when your first benefit is received, be it May 1st or June 1st, your pension benefit begins to accrue on your first day of retirement. You may see 2 months of health insurance deductions on your first benefit payment because you pay in advance for health insurance. So in the instance of, let's say, somebody who retires on April 1st, let's say their pension check or pension direct deposit is provided for the first time on May 1st. They will see a deduction for their April insurance benefit and for their May insurance benefit. So 2 months of deductions would come from that one benefit payment. In the months after that, things will normalize and a member will be paid, a retiree will be paid for 1 month of pension benefit and charged for 1 month of insurance. So this is a lot of information, but we're excited to sit down with you and walk you through it during the course of a retirement counseling session. Call us. We're ready to hear from you. Just email us either at benefits@sbcers.org, or you can reach out to your member services representative as they are listed here on this list. Our phone number is 877-568-2940, and we look forward to assisting you as you prepare for your retirement, and we are excited to assist you.